So, to get this started, we are going to take this to a whole lot of twisting. We're going to take this in towards side crow tonight. And really, it's a side body flow. A lot of lengthening one side of the next, a lot of crosswise movement back and forth. So feel things out as best you can. And I do have just one demonstration before we start, and that is side crow itself. So what's going to happen with this? We're going to come into this from a toe squat today. And if you need to take another entry, feel free. But otherwise, what's going to happen is you're going to be at the end of the flow. You'll be standing at the front of the mat. The arms will be bound. You can release the bind at any time if it's too much. But I want you to lift your heels up off the floor and take it all the way down to a toe squat while you're balancing on your toes. So keep the legs squeezing together. Look forward. Try to hold your spine upright. Bring yourself all the way down. You can release your hands at any point, but try to bring it down to where you can sit this down on your heels. And then once you're down, your hands are going to come to the floor and you'll take the twist. So I'm going to turn my knees over to my left side. And then to go deep into this, keep my right hand down. With an inhale, reach the left arm high. And with the exhale, I'm going to bring that elbow into my right thigh. Now keep in mind, even if you're not that interested in the arm balance here, at least take the twist. That's the whole point of even coming toward this. So press the elbow to the thigh. Try to get past your knee as much as you can. Lengthen out your spine. Open your chest toward the front of the mat. If you just want to stay here with the twist, that's fine by itself. Try to hold it for about 5 breaths or so and really work the twist as much as you can. If you're going to take the arm balance, go ahead and bring the palm down to the floor. The second hand comes down in line with the first. And then look forward, lean forward, lift your hips a little bit. You'll have to adjust this here and there. But let the shoulders come forward. Let your feet lift as you tip forward. And you're pulling your chest forward, keep in mind. Now you can hold the shape with the legs tucked, and that's the most conventional variation. You can extend both legs to one side. You can extend in opposite directions. But just take it to where you like. And then when you're ready, take it through the Vinyasa. And you can always just step it back or fly it back into Chaturanga if you like. But just work things as best you can. Again, work the twist as deeply as you can. And just feel things out and see how far you want to go with this. So all that said, go ahead and start this at the front of the mat. Let's start this standing. So once you bring yourself forward, just get your feet about hips width distance apart. Let's take some internal rotation here to begin. So have the big toes pointing in towards center at least a little bit. So basically the lines on the insides of your feet sort of converge forward in a triangle shape. And then looking down, lift all 10 toes up off the floor, spread them out nice and wide. And then set them down one by one. Now grip the floor with your toes. Lean your weight forward as much as you can. Pull your weight back toward your heels. And just center your stance here somewhere in between the feet still active. Now hold some tension in your thighs just to draw the kneecaps up. Keep some tension in glutes as well. And then through your midsection. So tense up through the belly, round the low ribs. And just use this tension to hold yourself upright. Now let your arms hang. Let your shoulders relax and sink down. But reach the top of the head toward the ceiling. Bring your chin in just a little bit and feel the back of your neck lengthen out. And then just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in here. Let your mind quiet down. And then just start to deepen your breathing. So with the inhales, pull in as much as you can. Try to fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top. And when you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. And just keep breathing like this to begin. When you're ready, here, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just open your eyes. And just take things slow. With your next inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reaches up high. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale through center again. Inhale, reach up high. And then stay reaching. Bring your hands together. Interlace the fingers, but take a steeple grip. Index fingers pointing toward the ceiling. Now pull your shoulders back. Keep your gaze forward. Keep your chest open. And if you can straighten your arms, you can take it there. But then just take this side to side. So go ahead, lean over to the right side as far as you can. Bring your gaze up high. And then come up through center. And stretch this out long, lean to the left. Back through center here. Lean over to the right again, try to take it deeper. Bring it through center. And then lean to your left side again. Bring it back through center. Lean over to the right one more time. Make it deeper, take it further. You can use that right arm to draw the left arm further across. Bring it back up through center. Lean left one more time. Take it further here. Maybe use the left arm to pull the right arm left. And then bring it back to center. Take it in. Huh? And with the exhale, just bring the hands to your low back. Now, palms open, fingers spread wide. Keep your shoulders pulled back and keep the elbows wide. I'm going to take it back and forth with a cross step here. So put the weight to the left foot. Right foot back and across, not too far. Stay on your toes. And then just lean back. Gaze up high. Pull your shoulders back. And then step back to center. Weight to the right foot. Left foot back and across. Stay on the toes here. Lean back. Shoulders back. Gaze up high. And then bring it back to center. Weight to the left foot. Right foot back and across again. Lean back, look up, shoulders pulled back. And then come back into center. Weight to the right foot, left foot back and across again. Lean back, pull your shoulders back, look up here. And then come back to center. Weight to the left foot. Right foot back and across one more time like this. Lean back, pull your shoulders back, gaze high, hold for a moment. And then go ahead, reach your right arm high, but lean over to the left and look down over your left shoulder. And then look forward, both hands behind. Step back to center. Weight to the right foot, left foot back and across one more time here. Lean back, pull your shoulders back, look up. And as you hold this, reach your left arm high, look down to the right and reach the left arm over to the side. And then bring it back to center, both hands behind your back. Come over to the left foot, right foot back and across again. But this time hinge from the hips, keep your shoulders pulled back, belly to your left thigh. And bring your right knee all the way down. And then push your left foot, come back to center on both feet. Weight to the right foot, left foot back and across, shoulders pulled back, hinge from the hips, belly to the right thigh. Dip your left knee down low and push your right foot, come back into center. Over your left foot again, right foot back and across, shoulders pulled back, hinge from the hips, belly to your left thigh, bring that right knee down again. And then push your left foot, come back to center here. Weight to the right foot, left foot back and across, shoulders pulled back, hinge from the hips, belly to the right thigh. Bring your left knee down. And then push into the right foot. Come back up to center. Over to the left foot one more time. Right foot back and across. Shoulders pulled back. Hinge from the hips. Belly to your left thigh. And then once you set the right knee down, take an inhale. Reach your right arm up high. And then with the exhale, look down to the left. Reach that right arm left and hold here. Keep that right hip pressing forward. And then pull everything back in. Both hands behind your back. Belly to the left thigh. Push into the left foot, come back up onto both feet. Over to the right foot again, left foot back and across. Hinge from the hips, belly to the right thigh, shoulders pulled back, bring that left knee down. Once you're down, take an inhale, reach your left arm high. With the exhale, lean right, look down to the right, just hold here. And then both hands behind your back, belly to the right thigh. Push into the right foot, come all the way back up. And keep your hands behind your back like this. Now I'm just turning for the camera. Stay at the front of the mat. Feet about hips width distance apart, heels in, toes out. Now stay tall. Bring your gaze forward. Keep the shoulders pulled back. Press down on your toes. Lift your heels up off the floor. And let's take this down. So with the heels still lifted, start to bend the knees. Hold your spine upright. Just lower about halfway down. And then come back up and set your heels down for a moment. Again, lift your heels. Stay tall. Shoulders pulled back. Bend the knees. Sink down. Come down about halfway. And then press back up and set the heels. One more time. We'll take it all the way this time. So keep your shoulders pulled back. Stay tall through your spine. Bend your knees. Look forward. You can release the hands anytime. Try to bring it down to your heels or come as close as you can. And then once you're ready, bring your hands down to the floor. Come down into all fours. And once you're down, take a moment here, move around. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let the shoulders and hips move around a bit. And just feel things out. And then come into center. We're going to take this into the wrist. And we're going to take this a little bit of a twist from the upper body. Now keep your hips stacked over your knees. But walk your hands over to the right. Right hand in front of your right knee. Left hand forward to the right, so you're turning to the side. And then with your palms down, rotate the right hand. Fingertips toward the right knee and then toward the midline of the mat. Rotate the fingers of the left hand away from the right and then towards center. Set both palms flat. Spread the fingers out wide. Dig your fingertips down. With the arms straight, just start to move in the shoulders and hips side to side a little bit. And you may not have to do much to feel an extra stretch moving through the wrists and up into the forearms, but take this to where you can. And if you want to take it further, you can bend into the elbows, sink more weight forward to the arms, and maybe move side to side here. And this is definitely going to feel different one hand to the other. It's asymmetrical. And then if you bent the elbows, press back up, come up onto the fingertips. And then walk the hands through center, come over to the left side. Left hand forward to the left knee, right hand forward to the left, twisting to the side. And as you look down, keep the palms down, but with your left hand, rotate the fingers toward the left knee and then towards center. Rotate the fingers of the right hand away from the left, and then that'll come into center as well. Spread the fingers wide, dig the fingertips down, grip the floor. And with your arms straight, again here, just start moving the shoulders and hips and keep that grip, keep the tension in your hands. And then if you want to take it farther, you can bend to the elbows, maybe sink down and put more weight in the arms. Just keep on moving back and forth, side to side. And then go ahead, bring yourself up onto the fingertips, walk the hands into center, and keep the hands a little bit closer to your knees, maybe about 1 or 2 hands lengths forward rather than your full all fours. Now make your hands into fists, 4 fingers in your palms, thumbs outside. Bring the backs of the hands down to the floor and press the hands into each other like you're punching one fist into the next. Now straighten your arms as much as you can. Fingers stay curled in. Just hold this. Try to round your spine and press the spine up, round your back, I should say, and press your spine up toward the ceiling. And then we'll take this side to side. So keep the hands as they are. But bend both elbows. Bring the right elbow down to the floor. And then come back up towards straight arms. Bring your left elbow all the way down. And then come back up. And just take it back and forth like this, one side to the next, and just feel things out. Now as you're moving back and forth, just take it at your own pace. And each time you come back to center, try to straighten your arms a little bit more. And just keep the motion steady here. Keep your hands pressed together. Just breathe as you're moving. And let's give it another round here. So try to finish coming down onto the left elbow before you come back up the center. And try to hold your arms as straight as you can here. Hands still pressed together. Just breathe. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, release. Come up onto the fingertips, down to sitting on your heels, and take a moment. Shake your hands out. Loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. And once the hands are ready, bring your legs out from underneath you and come to a seat. Now I want to set this up for reverse tabletop from here. So when you're ready, feet in front of you, hips width distance apart, hands behind the shoulder, shoulder width, palms down, fingertips forward if you can. If you need to back off for the wrists, you can rotate your fingers to the sides. But either way, press into the hands and feet, lift your seat up off the floor. Let's take this up and down. With an inhale, press your hips up high. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, press your hips high and hold here. Now keep your glutes squeezing. Stay lifted like this. You can look forward, look up, or hang your head back, but keep breathing. Press into your heels. Try to pull them toward your hands and engage a little bit more tension. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, come all the way down. Once you're down, shake your hands out for a moment. And we'll take it back up, and this time we'll take it on one arm. So to reset, feet about hips width distance apart still, hands behind the shoulder, shoulder width. And this time rotate your fingers as far back away from you as you can, both hands. Now press down, lift your seat up off the floor. And we'll take this on the left arm to begin. So put the weight to the left hand, reach the right arm forward between your knees. Be sure you can lift and lower from that left shoulder without pain, otherwise both hands are down. And then from here, with an inhale, press your hips up high again, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, sink this back down. Inhale, lift up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press up high and hold this time. Now keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifting, let your head fall back. Stretch that right arm long and keep breathing. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, come all the way down onto both hands and then down to your seat. Now shake the left hand out. When you're ready, set up for the other side. Hands behind the shoulders. Rotate the fingers all the way back again. And then lift your seat up. Now put the weight to the right arm. Keep that arm straight. Left arm reaches between your knees. Be sure you can lift up and down from the right shoulder. Now back and forth with an inhale, press this up high, reach to that left arm. Exhale, sink this down. Inhale, lift up and reach again. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and reach one more time. Hold here. Keep your glutes squeezing. Stay lifted. Stretch that left arm long. Let your head fall back. And just breathe here. Keep that right arm nice and strong. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bring it all the way down. Both hands to the floor. Bring your seat all the way down. Shake your hands out again. And then once you're ready, take hold of your knees. Squeeze them into your chest and lean back with the legs together and just balance here. Now try to keep your thighs pulled in close like this, and we'll take this into boat. So go ahead, release your grip, arms at your sides. Lift the shins toward parallel with the floor. And then try to pull this in close. Work that compression, the tension of the hinge at the hips. Let's go back and forth from here. So with an inhale, just lean back, extend the legs, come down halfway. With the exhale, pull back up. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, come back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower again. Exhale, lift. Pull the knees close. Inhale, lower. And then exhale, lift. Couple more times. Inhale, lower halfway. Exhale, lift back up. Inhale, lower. And then exhale, lift again and hold. This time we'll take it through some twisting. So when you're ready, set the right foot down. Both hands come down to the floor at the left side. Now lift up off the floor. Keep the left leg extended. And then set yourself down. Legs together, come back to boat. Over to the other side, left foot down, both hands down to the right, lift this up. Sit yourself down, come back to center, legs together. Back and forth, right foot down, left hands down to the left side. And then set yourself down, legs back together. Left foot down, hands down to the right. And then bring yourself down, bring the legs back together, back to center. Right foot down, hands down to the left, lift this up. Bring yourself down. Bring the legs back together. Left foot down, hands down to the right. Lift this up. And then bring it back to center. Bring your legs back together. Right foot down, hands down to the left. Lift your hips. Bring yourself down. Back to center, legs together. Left foot down, hands down to the right. Lift this up. And then come back to center here, a couple more rounds. Right foot down, hands down to the left. Lift this up. Bring yourself down. And bring the legs together. Left foot down, hands down to the right. Lift this up. Set yourself down and come back to center. Right foot down, hands down to the left, lift up. Now hold here and stay lifted. Try to rotate the left big toe up toward the ceiling. And when a pulse is lifting that left foot higher on my count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set yourself down. Legs back together with some relief. Over to the other side. Left foot down, hands down to the right. Lift up and hold. Now as you hold this, point the toes of the right foot up toward the ceiling, and then pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set yourself down. Legs back together, back to boat. And then when you're ready here, take an inhale. With the exhale, cross at the ankles, roll forward your hands, find all fours. Once you're in all fours, just move around for a moment. And then see that your legs are basically in the center of the mat. We're going to take this into a toe squat here like I showed you at the beginning. So I tuck the toes of both feet underneath you. See if the pinky toe is going to comply. And then with your hands on the floor, push down and go back and forth. Pull the knees toward your chest. And then come down to the floor and just dig your toes down. Stretch out the bottoms of your feet. Just feel this out. And the next time you lift your knees, just keep your thighs parallel to the floor. Walk your hands in. And I want you to balance this in place. So sit on your heels. Bring your spine upright. Hands to heart center. Squeeze the legs in toward each other using the thighs. And then keep the legs as they are, but bring your fingertips down to the floor. And keep the hands here. Now I'm going to take this back and forth. There's a little bit of core work, so do this as best you can. The hands stay where they are, and here's what we're going to do. You extend one leg forward, and then pull through center, extend all the way back. The hands stay in place, so you not bring your legs out to the sides. If you need to back off, bring your hips up high toward a forward fold. And if you want to make it harder, try to keep your hips down, but just take this to where you can. Now pull the right knee to your chest, around your spine. Right leg forward, set the heel. And then the hard part, pull that right knee to your chest again. And then pull the right leg straight through, extend all the way back. And then come back to sitting on your heels, keep both hands down. Left knee to your chest, around your spine. Left leg forward, bring the heel down. Now pull back in, knee to chest. Lift your hips if you need to. Extend that left leg back. And then bring it back to center into that toe squat. Back and forth, right leg forward, heel down. Pull through center, extend all the way back. And then come back to both heels. Left leg forward, heel to the floor. Pull through center, extend it behind. Back to your toe squat. Right leg forward, heel down. Pull through center, extend this behind. Back to both heels. Left leg forward, heel to the floor. Pull through center, extend all the way back. Come back to both heels. Right leg forward, heel down. Pull through center, extend this behind. Back to both heels again. Left leg forward, heel down. Pull through center, extend all the way back. And then come back to both heels. Right leg forward, heel to the floor. Pull through center, extend it behind. Back to the toe squat. Left leg forward, heel down. Pull through center, extend this behind. And then come back to both heels. And then once you're back at center, let's just take the twist. Left hand down to your side. Inhale the right arm high. And then with the exhale, bring the right elbow down into your left thigh. So work the twist, open your chest to the side as far as you can. Now to take it further, bring the right palm down flat. Left hand sets in line with the right. Grip the floor. Now just feel this out. Lift your hips, shoulders forward, pull the elbows in toward you. And just lean enough to lift the right foot for a moment. And then set it back down. Now turn back to center, still folded, still with your hands down. And we'll twist to the other side. So right hand down, inhale your left arm high this time. And with the exhale, bring the left elbow down, press it into the right thigh, open up your chest to the right. Keep your twist. Set the left palm flat, right hand sets in line with the left. Now maybe lift the hips a little bit, shoulders forward, pull the elbows in. As you lean, just lift that left foot for a moment. And then come back to center. Come back to your balance. And bring your torso upright, hands to heart center for a moment, still sitting on the heels, still with the knees lifted. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just come down, bring it into all fours. And once you're down, just take a moment, shake out your feet a little bit. Now you can just stay here, breathe, move around, take another stretch, whatever you like. Whenever you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, find your downward facing dog. Now once you move into position, take a look at how you set this up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. Pressing your palms flat in your hands. And sink your chest low to the floor. As your chest sinks down, press your hips up high toward the ceiling. And keep that long upward reach to the hips. Draw in through the belly, around the lower ribs. Keep your core engaged to help lengthen your spine. Keep the hips reaching high. If your legs are tight, just bend the knees. And you can always stay loose. You can pedal this out, let your hips move back and forth. When you're ready here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step to the front. Let's take a ragdoll fold. So feet about hips with distance apart, deep bend of the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs, let your head hang, let your spine round. And just let everything go long and loose here, let the muscles in your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor, you can reach to opposite elbows if you like, and maybe shake this side to side to loosen further. And then when you're ready, just release your grip. Keep the bend in the knees to begin, and then just slowly restack your spine. So just round this up to standing. Bring your head up last. And just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment here to breathe. Set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now at the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. So hinge at the hips. Start with a straight spine. Put a little bend in the knees. Keep your core engaged. Move smoothly. And then just release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift it up halfway. Fingertips to the floor or to your shins. Lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat. And let's step it back to high plank. Now find your shape. Wristing the shoulders, palms press to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. Keep that lift. And then take an inhale. With the exhale, bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Now keep your body in line. Elbows pulled into your sides and lower with control. All the way down to your belly. Once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows in at your sides. And we'll take it up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel this up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time, stay lifted. Now keep the lift in the upper body, press into your feet, take some more all the way out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, pull the shoulders back, keep your gaze forward. Work to lift this up a little bit higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll back down. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides, press the palms down to the floor. And let's take it to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward, let your hips hang, stay on the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active, work to lift your knees up from the mat. To take it further, kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes, try to pull the hips forward to help deepen and lengthen the arc through the front. Now lift with the arms, lift with your shoulders, keep your neck long, keep your chest pulling forward. And take a deep inhale. With the exhale, pull your belly in, hips up, paddle down dog. Paddle out for a moment, let your hips move side to side. Now from your downward facing dog, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, arms reach high. And with the exhale, sink into chair this time. Put the weight to heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now as you settle in, feel the weight move toward your heels. Keep the knees squeezing toward each other. Pull your belly in. And let's bind this low. Right arm crosses your low back, palm face away. At the left side, bring the left hand to meet the right, palms together, fingers and lace, shoulders pulled back, keep your chest open. And maybe sink down lower. Now as you hold this, focus weight on the right foot, lift your left heel. Left leg forward, dip your big toe down. Now draw a semicircle all the way back. And then bring it to the front. All the way back again. And then bring it forward. All the way back, and this time bring that left big toe past the right side of the mat. Tuck your toes, lean back, keep that heel lifted. And slowly bring your left knee all the way down. Now once you're down, with an inhale, reach your left arm high. And then with the exhale, lean to the right, look down to the right side. Stretch that left side long. Keep your left hip pressing forward. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, both hands down around the right foot. Now step the left foot back, come into low lunge. And we'll take this to dancer's bridge. Now the left hand's your base. Roll to the outside edge of the left foot. Right foot steps behind your left leg. Sink this down. With an inhale, press your hips high and reach to the right arm. Now you can stack the shoulders like side plank, or open your chest toward the ceiling, more of a back bend. But keep your glutes squeezing, keep the right arm reaching in. Just let your head fall back. Keep breathing. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, sink straight down. Right hand comes forward, right foot comes forward. And then set your left knee down and flatten the left foot underneath you. Now in a kneeling lunge at this point, keep your hips stacked over your left knee. And take your half bind again. Right arm crosses your low back, palm facing, bring it to the left side, keep it there. And then when you're ready, with an inhale, reach your left arm high, bring your torso upright. And with the exhale, twist, bring the left elbow down past the right thigh. Back and forth, inhale, turn to center, left arm high. Exhale, twist again, left elbow into the right thigh. One more time, inhale, turn to center, reach up through that left arm. And with the exhale, twist, left elbow to the right thigh. Now pull your right shoulder back, look back over the right shoulder. And keep the left arm pressing to the right leg. Feel your twist. Now as you hold this twist, try to take it further. Go ahead, tuck the toes of your left foot. See if you can lift that left knee, even keep it down if you need to. But right hip back, left hip forward, right shoulder stays high. You're still looking back. Now keep your torso forward, belly touching the right thigh. And just release the twist. So bring the left hand to meet the right at your left side. Palms together, fingers interlaced. Lift the left knee if it's still down. And then bring your torso upright and find your high lunge stance with this grip. So give yourself a moment to adjust. Deep under the right knee, straight left leg, left hip forward, right hip back. Keep your spine tall, keep your shoulders pulled back. And then take this into the back leg. So go ahead, dip your left knee down low. And then come back up. Bring the left knee down. Keep your torso upright. And come back up. Left knee down low. And then come back up, take it slow. Dip your left knee down. And then come back up. Left knee down low. Bring it back up one more time. And then sink to that left knee, hover above the floor, keep your gaze forward, keep your chest open. And then slowly lean forward to that right foot. And we'll take Warrior 3 all the way to the right foot as your left foot lifts. Now maybe stay diagonal, that's fine. Keep that left hip pulling forward so the hip stays square. If you're going to go deeper, go ahead, keep hinging for that right hip, keep your body in line, and maybe come down toward parallel. Now keep your gaze forward, put a little bit on the right knee, and let's take it back and forth. Come all the way up to vertical with your left knee high. And then nice and slow, hinge forward, left leg back, come back to that warrior three. Again, bring yourself upright with your left knee high again. And then hinge forward, extend that left leg back. Now one more time, hinge back up, left knee high, stay balanced. And then switch feet, left foot comes down, bring yourself to standing with your right knee high. Now press into the left big toe. Once you got your balance here, put a bend in your left knee, cross the right leg over the left, find an eagle bind, and squeeze the legs together tight. You can always touch that right foot to the floor. Now as you sink into the hips, keep your shoulders pulled back. If you want to take it further, you can hinge from the hips and maybe come down belly touching your right thigh. Keep the legs squeezing, keep your gaze forward, keep your shoulders pulled back, and just take this to where you can. Now at the next inhale, come all the way upright with your right knee lifted. And then go ahead and set the right foot down next to the left. Now stand this up tall, feet about hips width distance apart. Dig into the toes, lift your heels up high. Try to keep your arms bound if you can. You can always let that go. And let's take it down to that toe squat. So go ahead, bend the knees, let them go forward. Now work to keep your torso upright, keep the heels lifted, and bring yourself down onto your heels. Now once you're down, bring the hands down to the floor. Turn your knees over to the left side. And we'll take the twist from here. Right hand down, inhale your left arm high. And with the exhale, bring the left elbow down, press it into the right thigh. Now open up your chest to the front of the mat as far as you can. The twist is good enough to take the arm balance. Bring the left palm down. Right hand lines up with the left. Now look forward, lean forward, shoulders forward, elbows back, lift your hips if you need to. And then as you lean, let the feet lift. Now you can keep the knees bent, you can straighten out the legs, take it to where you like. Let me go ahead and move through your vinyasa when you're ready. Once you find your down dog, take a moment here, just paddle out and breathe. All right, let's take all that to the other side. From your downward facing dog, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, reach this up high. And with the exhale, sink back into chair. Put the weight to heels, bend your knees and bring your hips down low. Keep the knees squeezing toward each other. Keep your belly pulled in. Now take that low bind. Left arm crosses the low back, palm facing away. At the right side, bring the palms together. Interlace the fingers. Draw the shoulders back. Keep your chest open. Maybe come down lower. Now focus weight on the left foot. Lift your right heel. Right leg forward. Dip your big toe down. Draw a semicircle all the way behind you. And then bring it to the front. All the way back with that right big toe. And then bring it forward again. Now all the way back one more time, this time past the left edge of the mat. Tuck the toes, lean back, keep the right heel lifted. And bring the right knee all the way down to the floor. Once you're down, with an inhale, reach your right arm high. And with the exhale, lean to the left, look down to the left, and keep that right hip pressing forward. Just breathe here. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, both hands down around the left foot. Step the right foot back, come into a little lunge. And take your dancer's bridge from here. Right hand's your base, roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Left foot steps behind the right leg, sink down. With an inhale, press your hips up high and stretch that left arm long. Now again, maybe the shoulders are stacked, maybe your chest opens to the ceiling more like a back bend. But keep your hips lifting, keep your glutes squeezing. Just breathe here. Take an inhale. Exhale, sink back down. Left hand forward, left foot forward. And from your low lunge, bring the right knee down. Now flatten the right foot, just keep this kneeling lunge, hips stacked over the right knee. And then take that half bind again. Left arm crosses your low back, palm face away, keep that shoulder pulled back. And we'll go back and forth from here. So with an inhale, bring your torso up or reach your right arm high. Exhale, twist, right arm comes down into your left thigh. Inhale, back to center, reach up with that right arm. Exhale, twist again, elbow to your thigh. One more time. Inhale, turn to center. Reach that right arm up. Exhale, elbow to the left thigh. Stay here and twist. Draw that left shoulder back. Look toward the back of the mat. Keep your spine long. Keep breathing. And then to take it further, hold your twist. But see about tucking the toes of your right foot. And try to bring that right knee up off the floor without losing your twist at all. Keep breathing. Now keep leaning forward toward that left thigh. Keep the belly touching down, but lose the twist. Bring the right hand to the right side to meet your left hand. And then bring your torso upright. Bring that right knee off the floor. If it's still down, find your high lunge stance. And take a moment to adjust. Deep bend the left knee. Right leg towards straight. Right hip forward, left hip back. Be sure the hips are squared and keep your spine upright. Shoulders pull back. And take it to the back leg. Dip your right knee down low. And then come back up. Take it slow. Dip your right knee down again. And then come back up. Right knee down low. Bring it back up again. Dip your right knee down. And then come back up. Dip the right knee down. Keep your torso upright. Come back up again. Right knee down low. And then bring it up one more time. Now bring your right knee down. Stay low like this. And then hinge from the hips, belly to left thigh. Put all the way to the left foot. Come forward into your warrior three. Maybe more of an angle. Or maybe toward parallel with the floor. Now keep your lifted body in line. Lower the right hip so the hips stay square. And then put just a little bend in your left knee. And start to hinge. Bring yourself upright with your right knee high. Just take it slow. And then hinge back. Extend everything out. And bring it back toward your warrior three. Keep your gaze forward. Again, hinge from the hips. Bring yourself upright with the right knee high. Hinge forward. Extend the right leg back to your warrior three. Keep your gaze forward. And then one more time. Bring yourself upright. Right knee lifted. Hold here. And then set the right foot down. Come to standing with your left knee high. Take a moment to find your balance on this foot. Now once you're stable, put a little bend in the right knee. Cross the left leg tightly over the right. Take an eagle bind here. Keep the leg squeezing. You can always touch that left foot down for support. But hips down low, shoulders pull back. Keep your gaze forward. And then if you want to go deeper, you can hinge from the hips. Maybe bring your belly down to touch your left thigh, but keep your gaze forward and keep breathing here. Now at your next inhale, slowly bring yourself all the way upright, left knee lifted. And then set the left foot down next to the right. Now feet about hips width distance apart. Keep the arm bind if you can, shoulders pulled back. Press into toes, bring your heels up high. And then take it slow. Hold your spine upright, bend the knees, let them travel forward. Keep the heels lifted. You can let go of the hands anytime. Try to bring yourself all the way down onto your heels. Now once you're down, hands to the floor. Turn your knees to the right side. And let's take that twist. The left hand stays down. Inhale, the right arm high. With the exhale, right elbow presses to your left thigh. Now lengthen out your spine. Open your chest toward the front of the mat. If you're going to take the arm balance, right palm sets. Left hand sets in line with the right. Shoulders forward, elbows back. Lift the hips a little bit. Lean to lift your feet. And again, take the version that suits you. Maybe the knees are bent. Maybe extend to one side, maybe both. And then go take it to your Vinyasa when you're ready. Once you find your down dog, take a moment, paddle out here. Now from your downward facing dog, let's take half pigeon. With an inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Now bring your left knee down, flatten the left foot behind you. Pull the left hip forward, keep the hips squared to the front, and sink your weight straight down. Now look for at least some of that stretch on the right side, outer right hip or toward the glutes. Now you can just stay upright like this or take it further toward a back bend. If you want to melt down to the elbows, you can take it there. You can come down all the way, but just take it to where you need to. And just breathe with this. Now from here, if your hands are forward, walk them in close. We're going to take another pose. When the hands are close enough, lower to the right hip. Swing your left leg forward. And we're going to take this into a Janu Shasana variation. So left leg extended, right knee bent. Sole the right foot on the inner left thigh as high as you're comfortable with. Sit this up tall. And then turn. Open your chest toward your right knee. And we're going to take this as a side bend. So bend the left knee as much as you need to, but bring the left arm down to the floor inside the left leg and bring it all the way down. Now, once you're leaning to your left side, reach your right arm out wide. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, sweep the right arm across and reach for your left big toe. Now, if you touch it, that's great. And if you don't worry about it. Just keep reaching. Bring your gaze up toward the ceiling. Right shoulder stacks above the left. If you're able to straighten the leg, you can take it there, but keep that left forearm down. And if you want to deepen this, use your left arm, press it to your left leg, and pull the right shoulder back. Try to rotate. Open up your chest toward the ceiling as you're stretching through the right arm. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring yourself all the way upright. Go ahead, cross with the ankles, roll forward, your hands, step your feet back, and come back to down dog. When you're ready here, with an inhale, raise your left leg high. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind your left wrist of ankle, somewhere behind the right. Right knee down, right foot flat behind. Pull your right hip forward, keep it in line with the left, and sink your weight straight down. And again, you could stay upright like this. You could take it toward the back bend to take the extension deeper. And if you want to come down to the elbows or melt down, just take it to where you need to here. Just breathe with this. Look for at least some of that stretch in the outer left hip or toward the glutes. Now here again, if your hands are forward, walk them in close. And when you're ready, lower yourself to the left hip, swing your right leg forward this time. And like take Janu Shasana on this side. Right leg extended, left knee bent, sole the left foot on the inner right thigh. And again, just as high as you're comfortable with. Now sit this up tall, turn, open your chest toward the left knee. And then bend the right knee as much as you need to, but bring the right forearm down to the mat inside the right leg all the way down. Now once you're ready here, with an inhale, reach your left arm out wide. And with the exhale, sweep it across and reach for your right big toe. Now, if you want to straighten the right leg, that's fine. Just be sure the right elbow stays down. Left arm still reaching. If you touch the toe, that's great. If you don't worry about it. Keep reaching. And look up toward the ceiling. To go deeper, press the right arm into the right leg. Draw your left shoulder back. Try to open your chest toward the ceiling as you stretch that left arm long. And breathe with this here. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring yourself back upright. And then once you're ready, just lean back, bend into both knees. And then come all the way down onto your back this time. Once you're down, just bring your knees into your chest and squeeze everything in tight. Let's take this into Supta Bakasana. Just release the left foot down to the floor. Right knee to the center of your chest and open the leg up to 90 degrees. Now cross your legs. Bring the left knee in tight behind the right. And then squeeze down. Now it's opposite hand to opposite leg. You can hold the knees or work the hands closer to your feet. And if you want to take it deep, go ahead, curl the toes toward your hands. Pull the feet down toward the floor and up toward your shoulders at the same time. Now whatever grip you have, keep your knees close. Work to flatten your spine. Pull everything down. And then push back up into your hands at the same time. Just breathe with us here. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your grip, untangle the legs. Let's take it the other way. Right foot to the floor, left knee to your chest. Open your left leg up to 90 degrees. And then cross the legs, bring the right knee in behind the left. Squeeze down. And again, you can hold your knees, you can work the hands toward your feet. And if you're going to take it deep, curl the toes toward your hands. Pull the feet toward the floor and up toward your shoulders at the same time. And again here, keep your knees close. Work to flatten your spine. Pull everything down. And push back up into your hands at the same time. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your grip, untangle the legs. Bring your knees into your chest side by side, squeeze down. And let's take happy baby from here. So reach between the knees, take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees, pull down on both sides. And draw the knees down toward the floor as much as you can. Press the feet back up into your hands at the same time. Keep the tension working both up and down. Try to flatten your spine. And if you want to go further, you can rock a little bit side to side here. And then you can take it further still by extending your legs out against your grip. And then finally, take a deep inhale here. Draw down as much as you can. With the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat for a moment. When you're ready, start to move again bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. And then stretch this out long. Take a deep inhale. Reach your arms out long past your hip. And then pull everything back in. Draw the elbows toward your chest. Bring your knees up as well. And find your way up to a comfortable seat. Now ground yourself into the mat here, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. And then take a deep inhale. Hold on to it at the top. And then just let everything go. I thank you for joining class. Namaste.